Thank you, Chairman, and thank you for giving us the opportunity, even though our time had gone. Appreciate that. The introduction of the individual accountability framework is supposed to help build on the reforms that have taken place in the regulation of the financial sector in Ireland since the financial crisis, and introduce new financial regulation with an emphasis on individual and personal accountability and responsibility. Minister, I will tell you about a constituent I have who has spent the last 14 years trying to hold on to her home. She bought the house 16 years ago based on an engineer's report that the bank requested, so she could buy her brand new home for herself and her unborn child at the time. The engineer's report told her and the bank that her home was structurally sound, so she was fine to go ahead with her mortgage. Less than 2 years later, she figures out and finds out that there are huge structural problems in her home. She contacts engineers, home bonds, solicitors, etc., trying to resolve the situation. Finally, after months and months, she had some repairs carried out by the original builders. But between home bond, engineers and solicitors, she was conned on every corner. She was told by Bank of Ireland representatives at the time to stop paying the mortgage. She was advised by the bank representatives, and remember now, they were the people who had it structurally checked initially and cleared it, to sue. They told her to sue her engineers. This Bank of Ireland representative has since been fired, apparently, and the saga has gone on for 14 years.
Individuals identifiable.
I don't think I named anybody here yet, thank God.
We're getting to a point
I mentioned no name.
Specific details.
Yes, Chair, but I mentioned nobody's name.
I'm just asking you to tread carefully.
And I won't mention nobody's name, and will know the rules and regulations here. But anyway, this morning, after 14 years, she got a call to say the bank were repossessing her home. The home this lady is living is the only home she owns with her child. This is only one of many stories, and there is much more involved in this case than I have to tell you here today, Minister. The banks, as well as others, need to give honest answers in this case, but they'll get away with it. I was talking to another lady today, a constituent. She was looking for to remortgage her home, which initially she got a mortgage approval from the ICS. All of a sudden, ICS had no funds, so she went to TSB, where she got approval. All she was looking for was twice her salary. Shouldn't be a problem, and in fairness, it wasn't. She got approval. 2 months later, she's still waiting for the documentation to come from the bank. Her solicitor has all her documents ready to go, yet she's still waiting. The reason she wanted these funds is to do up her home so she can rent out 2 rooms, meaning she's going to look after 2 extra people that are probably on the housing list. This lady has done everything right, but the delay in her mortgage papers being sent is going to cost her more and more. 2 months ago, building material was cheaper than it is today. 2 months ago, furniture was cheaper than it is today. She and others feel this whole scenario of delaying mortgages is happening everywhere across the board, and behind it all is ripping off people and driving the prices of property even higher. And of course, the interest rates are going higher, Minister, because that lady would have had a deal done some time back, and they're not signing off on it. I would suggest this bill does not go far enough, Minister, when it comes to the regular person on the street. The behaviour and the culture of the Irish Retail Bank is, from what I have heard and seen, despicable. I have no faith in what this legislation is intended to do, as I and my constituents believe the banks are a law unto themselves. Just look at what happened with the tracker mortgages. Bank of Ireland was fined over €100 million for what was noted a series of significant and long-running failings in respect of nearly 16,000 tracker mortgage customer accounts between August 2004 and June 2022. Despite the massive and life-changing impact of this grotesque scandal by Bank of Ireland, not a single banker at the bank was personally held accountable. In fact, those responsible continue to work at the bank and obtain bonuses and pay rises, while some of the impacted families are left with no homes. I would also like, in the little time I have left, to ask you, Minister, why we still have had no answer as to the fiasco during the summer, where AIB tried to pull the wool over the customers' eyes by deciding to withdraw their cash facilities to their customers. Did you know about this, Minister? Did Minister Donoghue know about this? Did Minister McGrath know about this? And you have no interest in what I'm saying, because you're continuously across the floor talking to somebody else. I know, yeah, but I'm engaging here, and that's what the Minister's supposed to do, is at least engage with the people when they're speaking. That's what when I was elected to Dáil Éireann, that's what I felt I was entitled to that much anyway. But if not, that's fine. If you think different, that's different. I will. I sincerely hope he does, because I'd like to know, did he know about the banks becoming cashless? Did he know, did Minister McGrath know about the banks becoming cashless? Did Minister Donoghue know about the banks? Because nobody in this Dáil has come before the people yet and said, we knew and we made a mistake. No, the decision was reversed. But it's a shocking decision to try and make the banks cashless.